Welcome, guys. Welcome to our next awesome video. As you could see here, we're taking a trip to Banff, Alberta. Going on this lovely drive. This drive is about 2 hours to get there. And I'm telling you, this scene is breathtaking. It's so beautiful. The mountains, the roads. It was an awesome drive getting there, as you could see. Got snows in the mountain. It's like this 2 hour drive. You don't even feel like it's 2 hours because there's so much stuff to see. So here we are about to enter the ice field. So come along with us.
My name is Ben. We're bringing you guys up to the Glacier today. Everybody's excited? Woo! That coffee starting to kick in yet? Yeah, give it a minute. It will, I promise. So we're going to be going about 1.5 kilometers up the road there. That'll get you onto the glacier. It's going to be about a 15-minute drive. So if you can do the math, we're not going very fast today, but we do have some safety stuff just real quick, just in case. So we got 4 emergency exit windows on the bus, 2 here at the front, 2 towards the back. The sticker on the frame shows you where they are. If we have those, you got to use it. You just flip those little white tabs up, and then the windows will swing right open. Pretty easy, but we won't be doing that today. Up in the middle, we also have 2 roof hatches. They kind of work the same way. You just twist the little knob, pop it right open. They make it easy on purpose. Those are right in the middle there, but we won't be using them today either, so no worries. Now, all the windows, they do slide open and close. So if you feel warm right now and you're crazy and you want to open it up, feel free. There's a little black bar in the center of the window. Just pull or push that window, and that'll open up for you, so feel free. We also have seatbelts on all the seats. Now, it's not a legal requirement that you wear it. I recommend you throw it on. I'm definitely going to be wearing mine. There's some pretty bumpy roads, and when I'm looking in the mirror and I see somebody fall in the aisle, it's pretty hard not to laugh because it's pretty funny. So I would recommend you throw it on, but it's up to you. Up here as well, we got a first aid kit right below me. Whoa, not right below me, sorry, different bus. Right below the first aid kit over here, we have a fire extinguisher. Shouldn't be many fires on the glacier today. I think we'll be all right. Over here, my personal favorite exit. That's because it is a door. We're using this exit today. There is a driver door here if all else fails, but if everyone goes out here, then you straddle me and get down this way. While romantic, you guys are very beautiful, that would be super weird. So we're gonna go with this one, okay? Sound good? That's a confirmation we're not gonna straddle me. Okay, good. Had that problem before. All right, amazing. Any questions about that stuff? All right, amazing. So, we are in the Froggy bus today, number 535. Keep that in your mind. We're going to be in this bus all day today. But do you guys want to get hip-hopping, little froggies? Yes. All right, let's go. No questions on this tour. When I ask that, people tend to respond in one of 2 ways when they're on the ice bus. They'll either do this, right? Or do this. It's no good for me. Because we're on a pretty bumpy road right now, and all you guys look like this. Okay? Kind of hard to tell the difference. So I would love to hear some woos or some boos. You guys okay with doing that? Woo! Okay, delayed response. Got a little nervous. It's all good. This is going to be a chaotic event. All right, amazing. So you guys had your driver on the web. You had Kevin H. Did he tell you guys about fernification? Fernification turning snow into glacial ice? Woohoo! All right, amazing. So when we're talking fernification, that means we're talking glaciers. Now, when we have an independent glacier, there's one out the front of the bus. I don't know if you can see too well. These windows are not amazing, but there's one out in the front there. That is known as an independent glacier. So any independent glacier will actually create its own ice. All the snow that lands on top of it will eventually fernificate into glacial ice, adding to the list, swelling it up. Where we're going today on Athabasca, that is not an independent glacier. Maybe you didn't even know there was other kinds. But it is not independent. It is known as an outlet glacier. Outlet meaning it has actually fed its ice from a different source. It's not creating its own through that process. It's being created somewhere else and then flowing into our glacier. So that is actually made in the ice field. Now the Columbia ice field is kind of the main source. So the ice field is what actually goes through that fernification process, creates a bunch of that ice, which eventually swells up. So like a big lake, right? The ice field is a big frozen lake. It does not move. It's just a chunk of ice sitting in a hole. But when that hole starts to overflow, much like a lake would overflow, that would create a river, right? You have a bunch of water spilling out. Well, this has a bunch of ice that spills out, and the river it creates is our glacier. Does that make sense to you guys? Yes? Woo! Why did I just, woo? We're not in the wolf bus. My goodness. All right, well, that glacier we're seeing today is coming right around the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful and talented Altough Glacier. Woo! There it is. Amazing. Looking so beautiful today. It's going to be an amazing time. I cannot wait. So like a river, these are moving all the time, but they're very, very slow. So don't worry, you're not going to be feeling this thing move, but you will notice the effects of that movement. We're actually driving on some of those effects at the moment. When these glaciers and rivers of ice are moving all the time, they break down mountains, they create these valleys. It's not that this valley was here, and that's why the glacier has been left sitting in it. If you cut down this valley itself, there would have been a mountain here originally. This whole range would have been completed, but since this little bit of ice and gravity existed, it cut down and ground out all the existing mountain. That's what we're left with today. So this rubble that you can see around us is called a moraine. A moraine is a French word, so for you French folks on board, I'm about to butcher your language. I believe it's pronounced moraine? Moraine? Something like that? I don't know, you guys aren't throwing things at me, so I did better than the last tour. But basically, these moraines, which I'm just going to say it like that because I can barely speak English sometimes, so pardon my French. But these moraines are basically just big loose piles, dirt rock that you can see here, pushed by the glacier. So when it was at its terminus, or the biggest it ever was, that was in the year 1843. I'm going to repeat that number, maybe that's on purpose, 1843. It was reaching the tops of these lateral moraines. So there's many types of moraines, but we're on the lateral because we're on the side. So when it was reaching the tops here, that's where it would have actually sat, about a kilometer higher than it is right now. About 107 years ago, it was reaching from Athabasca Mountain all the way to Snow Dome, which is the mountain on your right. But now it's obviously melted, so we've been left with these big roads, and we actually get to travel down that right now. So the road itself is just patted down by us, but the slope of it, the grade of it, is naturally forming. So I gotta make a call, and we'll be good to go. 535 to 13. Top of the lateral, got my 6x6 engaged, engine retarder activated, and I'm in first gear locked in mode, and I'm ready to send. 10-4-11, this duo, love you, bye. They set it back if you're wondering. It's ready to go. Very friendly workplace here. Now if you notice way down on the ice there's one bus that's kind of turned on its side. That is on purpose. That is a photo bus. We're going to talk about that as we get down there, but that is why that's there. So like I said, 1843 was the year, and then it started to recede ever since. So it's left us with these grades, which we have patted down so we can obviously drive on it. We wouldn't be driving on loose rock, but the grade itself is naturally forming. The great thing about this grade is that not only are you in one of 24 ice explorers that have ever been created, but when we get over this lip up ahead, you're going to be going down the steepest road in North America. Yup. I bet you didn't know you were doing that today. We're about to check that off the list. So currently we're on a 30% incline. Very shortly we'll be on a 34% incline. That is the steepest in North America. If you don't know how grades work, 90 degrees vertical straight down, that's 100%. So we'll be going down 34% of 90 degrees. Now when I was driving through BC the other day, I saw a warning sign on the highway. It said, warning, 7% grade. I was like, yeah, cool. I drive 5 times that every day, buddy. It's not a problem. The next steepest road in all of North America is in Quebec. Maybe some of you know already. It's an 18% grade. 18%. Yeah, cool. This is double that. So as soon as we traverse this lip, I need something very special from all my little frogs. We're all going to do this. Woo! All right. So as soon as we let gravity take us over here, we're going to be going slow. Don't worry. It's not like we're going to launch down this thing. Although that would be fun. Are you ready? 3, 2, the steepest road in North America. 1, woo! Nice. It's the most fun part of my day right there. Thank you so much. On my very last tour yesterday, only one guy on the whole bus went, woo! And it was the driver, so that was pretty awkward. Very awkward for me. Ooh, boy. Surely you guys feel the gravity of the situation. Sorry about that. There's going to be a few more of those. Uncle Ben is in the house this morning. Had my coffee, I'm feeling a little crazy. Now, if you ever see these cat vehicles going around like the one coming up in front of us, that is one of our graders. They're pretty great. Sorry about that. But anyways, what they're doing is they're basically clearing the road, making sure it's nice and easy for us to go down. And they have a couple other jobs which are going to point out on the way. Their main purpose is keeping the road and the ice road safe for us. Now, a lot of people ask me at this point, they say, man, don't the brakes get very hot at this time? Aren't they, warming up too much, starting to smoke kind of thing, doing this all day, every day? Is that not a problem? It would be, but we are not using any brakes right now. We're actually just using an engine retarder. That is getting us down here nice and safely. We're ready to use these brakes, but using the engine retarder, that gets us nice and safe down the road here. I don't know why I keep saying we. I'm the only one driving. There's no Ratatouille scenario going on here. I'm in full control. There's Gary. Don't worry, if you wave at him, he probably won't wave back. Trying that for about 5 months now. Still waiting to see what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, steepest road in North America, check. How you guys feeling about that? Feeling all right? All right, amazing. Let's pick it up with you.
Guys, today we are in the ice field. Pretty cold. And guys, remember, if it's your first time here, welcome. And remember to leave us a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet. And just leave us a comment. Tell what you think about this video. And guys, it's very windy at this spot, but regardless, it's beautiful. Freezing cold, but I will do this again. I for sure going to do this again. It's a very beautiful spot right here. Very nice experience.
Both of these glaciers are a tourist destination. It was one of the highlights of our trip. It was pretty breathtaking to see and to know that it takes 5 years for the snow to compact enough to form that glacier ice is pretty surreal. So basically, our tour guide was telling us that it takes longer for the snow to form than the rate at which global warming is causing it to melt. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. Glad to bring you along with us on this journey. Remember to take a moment, share the video, like, and subscribe.
So guys, at this time, we live in the ice field. So now we're going into Banff. And right now we are very hungry, so we're going to find something to eat at this time. And trust me, this meal was amazing. So check it out, guys. Tell me what you think about this meal.
After a long day of driving through the mountains, we went to the Grizzly House Steak and Fondue restaurant where we ordered the fondue 3-course meal. As you can see, the view of Banff Avenue was pretty amazing, and we were seated directly in the window alcove, so we had street views throughout our meal. Welcome to the Grizzly House. Highly recommend ordering the complete fondue, which is what we did for our meal. It starts you off with a house salad and their grizzly dressing with the cheese or vegetable fondue. As you can see, we obviously went with the vegetable fondue. After that, you get to choose your own proteins and whether you're going to cook in a broth or on the hot rock, followed by dessert, which we'll leave for a surprise at the end. The concept of the restaurant was pretty unique, with the menu being predominantly the fondues. It definitely dates back quite a few years, definitely well before our time, but the whole concept was unique. It definitely was a lot of fun, and the coolest part was at every table there was phones, including in the washroom, where you could call other tables that were listed on the back of your placemats. Good. So the waitress has just set us up with some of our dipping sauces, 4 different varieties, 5 different varieties if you count the sauce in the center, all of which were delicious. Our first plates for the protein round. Blended's got some lobster, scallops, and shrimp. I went with the beef and lobster. All that's left to do now is cook and enjoy. So we got some shrimp, lobster, beef, lobster, our sauce plate. We're heating back up the broth. Shrimp's going in. Food on the rock. Get some lobster going in the pot. Our lobster coming out of this delicious broth. Alright guys, time to eat. So guys, we're here at the Grizzly House, Fondue House. We got our hot rock, 600 degrees. All kinds of deliciousness, cook it yourself. We're gonna put the camera down for a bit so we can enjoy. We went pretty basic when it came to the proteins we ordered, with having shellfish and beef. However, you could get exotic and even have alligator, shark, or frog legs. Kangaroo was even on the menu. Yes, sir. That's a full grill. This whole experience was so much fun that we definitely recommend checking out the Grizzly House if you are in Banff. You get to cook your own protein the way you like it. Just don't dress fancy because you're going to smell after. And in my opinion, the best course. Chocolate Toblerone with almond nougat fondue. Strawberries, bananas, vanilla wafers, and fruit. We're gonna try not to make a mess. How is it?
Keep on video while I eat. That's all good.
Sorry, we can't share, guys. I failed online. I don't know, doing two different things.
At this time, guys, we'll catch you on the next adventure. Thanks for watching.